Saddam Hussein was responsible for 9/11, and he has weapons of mass destruction. I knew it! I knew he was responsible. Get him! Let's invade Iraq! Donald Trump is a Russian asset, and if he becomes president, he will become a dictator. Really? Because he was kind of cool on The Apprentice. I didn't think he was any kind of Russian agent. I guess y'all prove that to us, and we'll get the proof that he's a Russian agent. I think he just wants to make America great again. January 6th was not a peaceful protest. It was an insurrection. Donald Trump is a dictator. Really? Because it just kind of looked like a protest to me. There was some scuffling, but nothing compared to the whole last year where Antifa burned cities and stuff. You sure it was an insurrection? I don't know. I guess I'll trust you. Nothing is wrong with Joe Biden. He's as sharp as a tack. He has no mental decline. In fact, Trump has mental decline. There is nothing wrong with Joseph Biden. He is sharper than he's ever been. The smartest man in the world. I don't know, man. Did you see him fall off that bicycle? Didn't he, crap his pants when he's with the Pope? Did you hear him mumbling? He can't get a... Okay, he's the... All right, easy. I'll trust you. He's the smartest man in the world. Joyful Kamala Harris will win by a landslide. And she's ahead in the polls. Really? That's kind of hard to believe, because isn't she way down in the polls and nobody likes her? And her own party doesn't really back her up. Just her and a bunch of Hollywood stars. I think she's going to lose bigly. The drones in New Jersey are not anything to be worried about. Even though we don't know what they are, we know they are not a threat to safety. You mean to tell me if you don't know what they are, how do you know these drones aren't a threat to safety? You say you don't know what they are. How do you know they're not a threat? Okay, they are drones. They're supposed to be here. They're legal. These are not the drones you seek. I repeat, these are not the drones you seek. Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from my cabin down by the creek. Yeah, the same people that brought you all those great lies that have turned out to be absolutely made up malarkey, are now telling you that you're not really seeing drones. These are not the drones you seek. You're not really seeing drones. You're seeing airplanes. Oh, and if there's any drones there, they're supposed to be there. They're legal drones. Just forget about what you're seeing. In fact, this is just public hysteria. Just don't look up. You'll be fine if you stop looking up. Just stop looking. This is all just because you keep looking up. This reminds me of a movie called Don't Look Up, where a comet was set to destroy the planet, and one political party decided to just gaslight their people and say, there is no comet. Just don't look up. That thing they're telling you is a comet. Just don't look up. You'll be fine. This is what they're doing to us over this drone situation. And I hate to tell you this, but I do not believe we will ever know the source of these drones, what this is all about. I agree with Donald Trump, who said the government knows what this is. They're just not telling you. As George Carlin said, it's a big club and you're not in it. So I'm going to talk about some of the theories that have popped up and probably put this drone thing to bed, just based on the fact they are never going to tell us. They're never going to tell us what really happened on 9/11. They're never going to really tell us the truth about weapons of mass destruction. They're never going to tell us the truth about John F. Kennedy. They're never going to tell us the truth about UFOs. They just lie. It's all they do. It's all they're good at. They gaslight us and lie to our faces. They do it all the time. This story's no different. We're never going to really know what happened. And when they don't tell you what's going on, it causes your mind to race. Right now, we've only had one statement explaining this that makes any sense, that's not a clear lie and gaslighting and ignoring the situation and shining us on. There's only one statement. That's the statement made by Van Drew, the congressman from New Jersey, who says that these are actually Iranian drones flown off a mothership off the coast of New Jersey. Well, that's the only statement we've really had that explains this, other than there's nothing to see here. These are not the drones you seek, droids. These are not the drones you seek. It's the only statement we've gotten from any government official that's not pure gaslighting. However, it appears that at least the mothership portion of that statement is absolutely provable that it is incorrect. The two ships that Iran possess that would make, that there are dedicated drone platforms where they launch drones from, are safely anchored in Iran, and independent sources have satellite footage of them safely parked peacefully in Iran. So they're not the source of the drones, right? At least those ships aren't. Not to say Iran might not be behind this, but that's starting to make less and less sense. Another big conspiracy theory came out to explain the drones in New Jersey, and I have some problems with it as well. They claim that nuclear material went missing in New Jersey, and that these drones are government drones sniffing for these lost nuclear material. However, the drones started getting reported in mid-November, and it wasn't until December 2nd that the material went missing. The medical grade nuclear material went missing in December. That's disturbing, but that can't explain why they were sniffing for it before it went missing. Another portion or element to this particular conspiracy theory of the sniffing drones looking for radioactive material is the resurrection of the many-year-old story of when Ukraine broke away from the USSR and they turned all their nuclear warheads over back to the Russians, except there were some 60 warheads missing. That was a long time ago. They've been missing for a long time. And it's a stretch. There's just a lot of people are stretching anything they can to get something to make sense. And so I don't believe that the drones were sniffing for warheads lost 20 years ago. I don't believe they were sniffing for nuclear material before it even went missing, right? These drones were spotted in late November. This material didn't go missing, I think, until December 2nd. I might have even done a video by then on this topic. And there's several other conspiracy theories that don't make sense. Now, I will say this. Elon Musk came out and said that his Grok, his AI chatbot that's associated with X, that he knows what's going on. So people have asked Grok what's going on, and the number one plausible theory he puts forth is that these are government drones, and they are engaging in tests, and they are engaging in exercises, right? And they just don't tell us about it. And there is a report that Picatinny has a drone warfare developmental program there, and that they do sometimes test them. Now, back to the sniffing of and looking for nuclear waste or something, or nuclear warheads that were lost. These drones were just randomly flying around. If you were sniffing for something, if you were searching for something, there would be a patterned grid, a method and a way that you would go about doing this in searching for them. And as far as this being government drones, it might very well be. But why would they go over such a densely populated area? All the world, all the secret places that could test it, why would they test it in a very densely populated area of the country? And another thing is, why would they only do this at night? right? So it could be that the government knows what's going on, that they're just not telling you. I will say this: the weather is about to turn in that part of the country, and drone flights over New Jersey. Probably the weather will not be cooperative for that, regardless of who's behind it. And so this will probably be the end of the story, and none of us will ever know what really happened in New Jersey. I do know this: whatever they're telling us is not the truth. It's not even partly true. It's a ball-faced lie, because they always lie to us. They lie to us about everything, from John F. Kennedy to the UFOs to the weapons of mass destruction to 9/11 to the truth about Donald Trump, claiming that he's he's a Nazi and a dictator. They claimed the first time he wouldn't leave office, but they did. And now they're all friends with him. Once he won, they're a little bit scared of him. And it's funny how they're sitting down and having cordial conversations with the man they called a Nazi and a threat to democracy. So we're going to continue to get gaslit. We're going to continue to get lied to by the government, by the mainstream media. These people have an allergic reaction to telling the truth. They are just incapable of telling the truth, because they're children of Satan. And Satan is the author of lies. He's the king liar, and all of his children lie just like he does. They just can't ever tell the truth. So don't expect anything to come out of this drone debacle. Don't expect it to ever be explained. And even if you were to say this is normal traffic for New Jersey, or these are supposed to be there, it doesn't explain what's going on at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, where drones are being spotted invading the airspace there, and even caused the Air Force Base to have to shut down air traffic out of the Air Force Base at Wright-Patterson Field in Ohio, because of these mysterious drones. And the Air Force there is saying, hey, if you know anything about these drones, or if you see them, please report them to us. We want to know what they are. So could they be aliens? Don't. Could they be Iranians? Don't. Is it Donald Trump just messing with us because he's a Nazi dictator and this is what he does? Don't. It's Elon Musk. Bottom line is, unless it really is aliens and they decide to come out of their ships and talk to us, unless it really is Iranians and they start dropping bombs, I don't believe we'll ever know this mystery, because we have a government that we can't trust to ever tell us the truth. And I hope that changes when Donald Trump takes office. Donald Trump has promised to tell us the truth about UFOs, unidentified flying objects. They changed the name, but they'll always be UFOs to me. I'm a child of the 70s. He's going to tell us the truth about who really shot John F. Kennedy. He might tell us the truth about Bobby Kennedy. Now that Bobby Kennedy Jr. is a part of his cabinet, is Bobby Kennedy Jr. going to finally blow the whistle on all of this cancer-causing additives they put in our processed food in America, stuff that's banned in other countries? Are we going to finally get the truth about fluoride in our water? Are conspiracy theorists finally going to get vindicated if Donald Trump, when Donald Trump takes office in his second term? Is he going to disclose all of the secrets? I don't know. I wouldn't hold my breath. There's too many people in the government that want to keep him from doing that want to keep him from even finding out the secrets, so he can say, I can't find anything because they won't let me see anything. And I think that's what he'll run into. I think RFK is not going to be able to do a thing about our food supply, because Big Pharma makes more money off of treating cancer than they do off of curing cancer. Will we ever get free energy? Probably not, because the energy corporations would lose bigly. the oil companies would lose bigly if we found an engine that ran on water, if we found some alternative energy or free source of energy, or energy from the earth, for instance, like Tesla was working on. These things will always be suppressed, because the ruling authority makes money off of the backs of the people. Will Donald Trump abolish the IRS? I doubt it. I think they'd rather start a war than be stopped from fleecing the American people of their hard-earned cash. We are slaves to this lying uh, international cabal that has taken control of our institutions and particularly our government and our press. I hate to sound all black-pilled on you, but I really don't think you're ever going to get the truth about any of these things, especially the drones, but time will tell. Tell me what you think in the comments section. Is Donald Trump going to blow the whistle on all this? Is RFK going to blow the whistle on all this? Is Elon Musk going to finally tell us about everything we don't know? I would say, don't hold your breath. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it tickled you, if it made you giggle, if you just think I'm silly, please drop me a donation down there in the comments section, or links to ways that you can make a contribution to this channel. This is a commercial-free channel. We don't sell products here on the, or have a sponsor rather. We don't have any sponsors. So yeah, support the channel with a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time from my cabin down by the creek.